Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about a very popular theory which is known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. So this is a theory which explains about the needs of a human being, but let's talk about this theory. We can apply this theory in the learning part, or we can say in educational department while training someone. So let's see how we can apply this theory in education. The first stage of Maslow's theory is we can say the physiological needs. Physiological needs is the very basic needs which comes in the bottom of the hierarchy of need. Physiological needs explain that a person needs a proper the need like proper temperature, proper seating facility, proper lighting and proper air circulation. All these things are basic needs of a person who has arrived at your training center to gain some knowledge. So if the basic needs are not fulfilled, a person will not be able to concentrate on training. On the next stage, on the above the physiological stage, there is your safety needs. There is a safety need of every human being. So what is the safety need in when it comes to the training part? While training part in an educational background, there is no the risk of, we can say, external harm or something is quite low, but still there is a chance of safety related incidents can happen. Such as if we talk about the classroom environment might be very discriminative or might not allow some people who are from some different background, might not allow that person to ask questions or raise queries or talk to someone. So it can discriminate someone from the other class people, the students who are attending the session. This can be a type of discrimination. This can come under the safety needs. So after satisfying the safety needs of a person, where he will not now feel unsafe in that classroom environment, after that the need which comes above that is love and belongings. So love and belongings is also a very common human need, we can say, after outside the classroom as well, but in the classroom environment, the love and belongings, we can say that if a person finds himself quite comfortable in a group, so if we set up a group discussion in the classroom, and if that person is a part of a group, that person will feel that he belongs somewhere in the group and in the classroom, and he has the respect and validation he will get. Next stage is self-esteem. Now self-esteem is also very important, where the person must feel respected or the importance given to that person, such as, for example, if a trainer does not give attention to someone, or a person is not getting so much attention from that person or the trainer, and if he feels that the trainer is ignoring that person, then that means he will think about himself in a very low manner. We can say that he might get upset due to that, and he might feel that he is different from others, and he might experience low self-esteem. So that will be a problem in the classroom environment. So in order to solve this, we have to do something about it. Now next one is the last stage, the final stage, which is known as self-actualization. Now after fulfilling all the needs which were below this, like the physiological need, that the first one, and then the second one which was the safety need, the third one which was love and belonging needs, the fourth one which was the fifth one which was the self-esteem need. All these needs, when all these needs are fulfilled, last there will be a self-esteem or the self-actualization need. Self-actualization means that when the person has fulfilled all these needs, he has understood everything, and now he's ready to contribute to that group. He's ready to contribute to the world, and he has new ideas. He has understood the concept, the topic of the class, and now he is prepared to give new ideas to apply this in the real situation, real world. So this is known as self-actualization, where he attains expertise in that field or in the knowledge, with that knowledge.